Hey everybody, it's Theresa here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm embarking with you on a new memory keeping adventure using the Heidi Swapp Storyline products and collection and memory keeping system. And so basically this is a larger size notebook, and then it has a special little album that holds several of the notebooks all at once. And then I'm using some of the Storyline Chapters products also from Heidi Swapp, and you'll probably also see some of the Honey and Spice collection on this layout. And so I've just gathered a couple of things that interest me for this layout. And so this is my first page in this album. I'm going to just use this to document random memories of myself and my husband, and just some of the experiences that we've been having recently over the last year or two. And I'm starting with our adventure last year with our yard. And so just a couple of things while I prepare the products and trim some things down for you. One, I love this format, and I love that it's a bit larger. There's a bit of an opportunity for creative expression. For me personally, and I may just be off my rocker here, but for me personally, I found a bit of a challenge of what sizes to print the photos for these pages. And I think grid pages are pretty easy, right? You just divide the width times however many you want to go across the page. But I had 3 photos specifically for this layout, and I went looking in the Pinterest, I went down the Pinterest rabbit hole and found a layout from Jamie Pate, and I will be sure and link that pin below, and I will also link that in my blog post so that you can see what my original inspiration point was for this layout. And that sort of helped me get past the what do I want to do with this page block that I sort of felt going into this. And like full disclosure, right? I haven't been used to scrapbooking in this format. I haven't used this format at all, and creating a scrapbook layout from scratch is, full disclosure, is something that I haven't really done in a long time. So I went, like I said, I went to Pinterest for inspiration, and also I wanted to share some of these templates with you. So what you'll be able to do is, if you get the newsletter, and I'll have that link for you to sign up below. If you get my newsletter, then you'll be able to get the templates. I'll include those whenever I do these layouts, so that you can have that template to print your photos. And also it'll give you kind of an estimate for the paper sizes and things like that, the tag sizes. You can see on this layout I'm using a rectangle journaling stamp on the left hand side, and so I'll just give some approximate dimensions for you so that you'll know how to trim your papers and your photos and embellishments for yourself. And no charge for that. I won't be charging anything for these templates. They'll just go out. They'll go out whenever I do these pages, which probably once or twice a month. And then every once in a while, I'll send out all of them together, so that if you miss some, don't worry, it'll come back around for you. So that getting that out of the way and getting back into the process here, You'll see on the right hand side, I decided to incorporate some of the beautiful patterned papers that are in the Chapters project pad. And so I cut 2 of those pattern papers, the sort of pink one that's a little bit like a map, and then a yellow one that just slightly frames the photos, and then I'm adding embellishments around that. And then for the left-hand side of the layout, I'm going to focus on stamping and adding just a few embellishments. I was really excited about this little square journaling stamp that was in the stamp set. I thought that was a really awesome addition to my stamp collection. I'm really excited about that. You probably saw that there's actually right there where I stamped those 2 peonies. That actually wasn't quite intentional. I forgot when I was laying out where I wanted to stamp those flowers, I forgot that I was going to trim off the right edges of those tags and make them smaller. So I just stamped it twice. And you'll see it all worked out really beautifully in the end. And then I added those 2 tags, just stacked one on top of the other. And then I'm going to add my title here. And I already had a pretty good idea that I was just going to do a large title using these very simple but stunning chipboard alphabets. And so it's just going to say, make it pretty. And so my story for this page was really about how normally over the last couple of years, Alan and I take a trip pretty early in the spring, April, May, and we purchase flowers and the filler for the flower beds, and we plant for the spring and summer and early fall months. But last year, of course, in 2020, the lockdown happened in the middle of March, and we did not go and do our normal flower shopping for the year. And there's more to this story, so you'll get to find out more the next time I share a storyline layout with you. But my story for this layout is about how in June we finally trekked out to the flower stores, to the Home Depot, to get just some things to fill in our flower beds for the summer. And that was something, and I know I speak from an incredible position of privilege here, that the flowers were something that I missed while we were in lockdown, and I was sad about that. But I know that we were very fortunate, and so far have been very fortunate that we haven't had any losses. And but it is something that we missed doing last year. And then when we finally did venture out, I will say it was a little bit anxiety inducing, but it all worked out. Everything worked out in the end. And, you know, I'm glad that we had the chance to appreciate what we have, and the fact that we are able to care for our yard and our flower beds most years in a way that inspires us and energizes us. So that's sort of the whole point behind creating this layout, is just to express gratitude that we were all okay. And it's really nice to look back over the year of 2020 and to say, yep, we made it. I sure am thankful for that, and I know you guys are too. So just adding some other embellishments here. You'll notice that I had a little bit of space on the left-hand side of my photos here. And so I'm just adding some of these really cool stickers from the project pad for the chapters collection. Those are really cool stickers, and I have to say that they're actually quite a lot of stickers between this, the two sheets that are in the project pad, and then there's the whole sticker pack. And you saw me put down some of the word strips as well. I used some of those. And then just some notes about the stamping that I did on this page. I really liked the stamp set with this collection. And so I'm just sort of filling in spaces here. And so there's a combination, something with stamping that I always feel like I have to make a decision. Do I want to stamp before I start my layout or after? And I did both on this page. I stamped some of the flowers before I started adding embellishments, and then I added some of the words around the page, as you can see, just to fill in some of those little spaces and add a bit of black to the layout. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will go check out the blog post at theresamoxley.com, and you'll be able to see more of the details of the page. And I will see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.